I did do another video about how to hide civilian vehicles, okay? We're not going to be talking about that today. I would check out that video after you're done watching this one. Should you camouflage your vehicle? Let's talk about it. A lot of people are going to have a knee-jerk reaction of, oh, it's not gray, man. You can't blend in an urban environment. And that's like kind of like the mid-wit answer, okay? I say that's the mid-wit answer because you have certain people that are just not creative and they just can't think of anything in terms of like different situations, okay? You have certain people that just hear something somebody else says and they treat it like the gospel. Oh, well, this guy said this. So, you know, not a lot of critical thinking in some areas, okay? So some people are immediately just going to say no, and that's the end of it. And for those people, don't let the door hit your ass. No, this video is for the people that can look at the different circumstances and look at the advantages and the disadvantages to painting your vehicle. If you have a newer model Toyota Camry, doesn't make much sense to paint that camo. If you have an old beat up truck that already gets profiled as being a redneck truck, why not paint it camo? It makes things like stealth camping easier. It makes things like hunting easier. It does look somewhat intimidating, but it also could be a conversation starter in the right context. Even though it draws more attention when you get close to it, the odds of physically seeing it are less. Even just us driving down the street, it seems like we can get up close to people and they won't even notice until it's very close to them. And when they do notice that a camo truck has creeped up on them, it's kind of like a shock and awe thing. Just the fact that it pisses off normies that insist that I have to be a gray man, that in of itself makes me want to paint a truck camo. You can put vegetation on the edges of it and that really makes it work even better, okay? You can really break up the shape of an actual truck. A truck is a pretty recognizable silhouette from far away, and you can use natural vegetation to break it up. I'm not saying you need to paint your daily driver camo, but like if you got an old truck and you use it for like off-road activities anyway, you might as well paint it camo. I don't see why not. I know the gray man theory people of, oh, the sky is falling, oh, if you paint it camo, you're gonna get attention, oh. What's wrong with getting attention? One of the 48 laws of power is court attention at all costs. When you're actually out in the woods, you're going to be harder to see. When you're in a public area, you're going to like draw more attention. So it's a trade-off. And I think my audience is intelligent enough to make that decision for themselves without having some person pushing gray man orthodoxy on them. Gray man theory, it has theory on the end of it. I don't know if you guys noticed that. The gray man theory has theory on the end of it. It is a tool in your toolkit. It's not an orthodoxy. You guys have literally taken something that has the word theory in it and you act like it's like the only way of doing things. I hate to burst your bubble, but like gray man theory, it has the word theory on the end of it. It's not the only way you do things. Hard target is also another way to go about things. Camouflage trucks are fun. They piss off normies. There's a group of people that kind of want to tell you what you can and can't do with your life, okay? And those people really get pissed off when they see a camo truck, okay? All the Karens out there and the FUDs and the boomers and all the people that kind of want to nitpick you and tell you how you're supposed to live your life, they get really offended when they see a camo truck. That in of itself is a good reason to paint your truck camo. And so if you want to offend all the Karens, all the FUDs, and all the boomers, paint your truck camo, guys. See you guys in the next one. Jordan Jareb signing off.